And welcome back to AKSN. Kirby Dorr here with the East High Thunderbirds, the 2015 state champions for flag football. Ladies, how does it feel? I mean, that's legit. I mean, you took on Diamond. I mean, obviously they are the titans of this game, and you ladies were able to take care of business.
Yeah, it was a good win. I felt like we were underdogs until we had that trophy in our hands, but it was very satisfying season, very satisfying win on our field, and I think the ladies will agree with that one.
All right, roger that. Well, introduce yourself, ladies, to the people at home.
I'm Mookie Jubert.
Mookie, okay.
I'm Octavia Hines.
I'm Sierra Rosenzweig.
All right.
Sandon Kidder.
Kendra Leeton.
And I'm Coach Beef.
All right. You know the people. Let's go to the game that happened. We move on to the flag football championship game between the best two teams of all season, the Diamond Lynx and the East High Thunderbirds. East has beaten Diamond every time they played them this season, but can they do it once again for the title? And by the looks of how their offense was working in the first quarter, it may look that way. Sandon Kidder hits Mookie Joubert on a slant, and Alexis does the rest. She makes her way to the end zone. Lots of yardage on that play. East on top, 6-0. They missed the extra point, but that'll be okay, because now Diamond's turn to try to make something happen. Megan Luther with the ball, but Sierra Rosenzweig, you see how I wrote it? I said Rosenzweig right there. Comes away with the interception, and just like that, it'll be another opportunity. Now Sadden has the ball, and she would throw an interception as well. But you know what? That wouldn't hurt East High Thunderbirds too much, because on the next play, what will happen, you'll hit Miss Sierra Rosenzweig, and she'll do the rest. She'll make it to the end zone, and just like that, 27-yard touchdown. East on top, 12-0 in the second quarter. But Megan Luther, she'll roll to her side, and she decides to scramble. She gets in the end zone. Ball's out of her hand. Now, refs didn't know, but they're saying it's okay. Everybody's happy. They're good. But if you look at the replay, she'll actually drop the ball before she gets to the end zone. Regardless, that really didn't affect East that much, because Sadden? There you go. Hit the end zone until Alexis Joubert or Mookie. And just like that, 78-yard touchdown, East 19, Diamond 6, and that will be the final. The 2015 flag football champions, East High Thunderbirds, and that's how you do it. So, ladies, great game. I'm gonna mess it up. Sandon. I don't know why that's so hard. Okay, talk about it. You were a lineman last year, and to play quarterback position this year. Can you just talk about that dynamic?
I mean, it's like a huge transition, but at the same time, it's not, because like going from lineman to quarterback, like I know like what my lineman should and will do. It's like it's easy to kind of like see that part, and then like I mean, everyone was like very welcoming to me being quarterback, so it was kind of easy because they had faith in me and stuff.
And Coach, making her the quarterback from last year. I know last year was your first year as coach.
Yeah.
And what was that transition like for you?
We just kind of saw her throwing the ball. Our quarterbacks last year had a couple injuries and then just not playing so well, and we threw in there a couple games towards the end and just saw the potential. She was new to East last year and kind of getting to know the girls, and saw that she had an arm, and I was kind of looking towards this year, and I thought she was going to be the woman to do it, and she definitely was, being first team all-conference quarterback. So.
Now, I'm looking at this team last year, and I see that you had a couple of games where you could have won, could have lost, and you were in the middle right there, but the kind of progression that you had this year compared to last year is astronomical. And just in terms of your efficiency, you had one slip-up, which was against Bartlett. But can you just talk about the season as a whole? Let's give it to Ms. Joubert. Mookie, excuse me.
The season as a whole, we put in a lot of work every day, and we worked really hard for it. And we just set small goals for ourselves. But from the very beginning, when we put our team together, we had our eyes set on October 16th. Okay.
And Coach, can you talk a little bit about throughout the season, where did you know you had something here in terms of these girls?
Honestly, when we put the team together, I knew all these ladies returned last year. The new girls we had added to the team, they were athletes, and I knew what we had at the beginning, and that's kind of when we started that October 16th talk, like it's possible. It's not, we were in the running last year, ended up third. We can play with the services and the diamonds and get up there if we do it. And so we, just like Mookie said, kind of broke the season down, and the first 8 games was one season, second 8 games was another season, and playoffs was another, and we attacked each one separately, and we had that bump in the road, but it was a good piece of humble pie to refocus us and set our goals on track. So the girls did it and rallied and did what they needed to do to get that championship for themselves.
Roger that. Now, Sierra Rosenzweig, when I watch you play, you dive for everything. Don't even matter where. The girl's sitting right next to you, you will dive at her flag. Can you just talk about what drives you, and how are you so good at what you do?
Well, I've been playing for a long time.
There you go.
I don't know, I just want to win. I want to win for this team. I want to make a legend of our school.
Okay. Now, just in terms, this would be the second championship for East in flag football?
Yes, 2011 when Roger Spackman was head coach. Yeah.
Roger Spackman. That's some good coaching right there. All right. Can you also speak to just at any point in the season, did you know that this was where you was going to end up? At what point did I know you said when you put the team together, but when did everything finally click though? Let's have you answer that question.
I just remember the first practice we were out there, she said, anyone who does not believe that we can win the championship this year, please walk off the field. And that's how we knew it was legit.
Okay. And Coach, can you just speak to your style of coaching? Because I see you get on them, but not too crazy. You just
I sometimes I get on them, but they know why. You know, they know their abilities. They know what they're capable of, and that's when I got on them. When they weren't believing in themselves, when they were doing stuff they know they shouldn't be, and just kind of kept them focused, and that was hard at the beginning of the season when we were kind of killing some teams, and to keep them focused and playing at a high level at practice and challenging each other at practice, and then coming into games focused as well. But this group is a family. There's no cliques. There's enough. Everyone has each other's back, and that made my job so much easier. Just coaching the X's and O's and working on our game. They are a family on the field and outside the field, and it's awesome to watch that and have that dynamic. And on the sideline, there's Bartlett game. We could have ran away and pointed fingers and this and that, but it was the next practice. We're moving on, and that's the type of athletes we have. And these are prime examples. These 5 sitting here right now, they're Type A ladies, Type A on the field. They're going to go far in life, and they are the glue that held this team together when moments got down. And when I'm getting on them, they're like, hey, coach is upset, but let's go back on the field. Let's do our stuff. Let's fire up. Let's play East flag football, and that's what got them there on Friday night.
Roger that. And I don't know if you know this, but Alaska and Florida are only 2 states that recognize flag football as a varsity sport. Can you talk about where in the season? Which game during the season would you say is the best game you've had?
Personally?
Or as a team?
As a team, I'd honestly say the game after the Bartlett loss, because we realized that we needed to re-humble and put ourselves together and realize what kind of team we were, a championship team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so how were you able to bounce back? How does that happen, bouncing back after a loss, especially to a team, they're night and day. Bartlett, they could be good, they could be bad. How is it to bounce back off a loss against the Bartlett team? Anybody can answer that. I'm going to give it to the quarterback.
How is it to bounce back?
Yeah.
Well, for our season, in our just flag football, a loss doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters, but it doesn't affect the outcome of playoffs or anything. So to us, it was just we just had to step over and go to the next game.
Okay.
So.
How many seniors do we have on the team?
11.
11 seniors. Wow, not bad. What are we going to do next year, Coach?
Reload.
Reload. Okay. Can you just talk about winning a championship in your senior year, Sierra?
It's awesome. I mean, we've been out here working together for a long time. We've had a lot of losses. We've had a lot of wins too. But senior year, we just found the determination because we knew it was our last chance, and we just had to make it and go out with a bang.
All right, roger that. And that's exactly what you ladies did. Ladies and gentlemen, when we get back, we'll be talking more flag football with the East High Thunderbirds 2015 Flag Football State Champions. And welcome back to AKSN. Sitting with me are the East High Thunderbirds, the 2015 state champions. And so you have 11 seniors on your team. How do you go about looking for the right mix? Because obviously you found the right mix here to compete with the Diamonds and with the services as well. And West, West is pretty good this year. Can you just talk about what do you do to try to find the right kind of player?
Well, like Sarah mentioned earlier, our senior groups played together since they were freshmen, starting at the JV level and then moving up last 3 years. Most of them been on varsity and playing together and in our system, and it really was just refined work this year. Had a couple juniors step up this year, and then a freshman that came on and was just a stud. And so we have a good freshman class right now, so sophomore-wise, next year will look pretty good, and the middle schools are looking pretty good. But it really just takes the right type. Are they going to fit in with what our system is and the type of girls? That's really my more important thing. Are they going to be a family? Are they going to buy into supporting each other? Because if you're not, then they're really not going to be a part of our program, because we're a family. We support each other from the C team all the way up to the varsity, and we don't want any of that bickeringness or anything like that. We're a family. We play well together. We support each other, and that's exactly what this team of 20 girls did, and that's a lot of them, to have each other's back, to not complain about playing time. Some girls didn't even get in all season long, and they had each other's back, the girls that were playing both sides of the ball. And that, as a coach, that's the biggest thing for me, is can you know your role? Can you support the girls that are playing on the field? If that's not you, when someone goes down, you step on the field, and it's your time to go, can you go and play? And this team, like I told them the other day before the game, you're by far the best team I have ever coached, as far as skill-wise, and just being a unit and a family and never letting that break down. And that's what carried them for 2.5 months to get to where they did Friday night.
All right. So can we also talk about the now Fairbanks is starting to get into flag football. This was their first year. Any thoughts on that expanding? I know they need a couple more years before they get into competition as a state, but any thoughts on that?
I think it'd be great. I mean, make it a state championship and get more experience, because we all kind of know by now what kind of offense everyone's running. And I mean, there's definitely different stuff we throw in and glitches and all this, but getting Fairbanks and the Valley involved in it would definitely make it a lot more fun, a little less Anchorage competitiveness, and getting some travel in and kind of experiencing that part where the kids don't get to, and making a legit Alaska State flag football championship, which would be awesome to have in the gym as well.
I see the lady shaking your head. Yeah. Any thoughts, any elaboration on what Coach just said?
2 years that I've been playing, I've always been saying that I wanted to travel and play those other schools down there. And I know that some of those teams said that they would be able to beat us, so I really wanted to play them after that.
All right then, and one thing I appreciate watching you girls play is the trick plays. There's a couple flea flickers. I know there's a play in which you take the snap, you hand it off. Well, there was one you took the snap, you handed it to Sierra, and then Joubert got it, I think, or maybe it was the other way around.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah, there's been quite a few. Can you just talk a little bit about the offense and how fun is it to be a part of that, Mookie?
It's a lot of fun to be part of this offense. We work really hard for it, and it's fun making touchdowns. Sandon has a great arm, and it's always fun catching for her and blocking for her and running plays.
Yeah, and if it's not you, it's definitely Jasmine Richards on the other side, being able to catch that. So how easy it is to make your job? Because you also got some blockers in front of you as well, doing their work.
Octavia.
Usually I have a lot of time, so it just makes my throws pretty easy, and then all they have to do is catch it. So it's really not that. It's not really hard for me.
And Octavia, I know you're part of that D-line and O-line also. Can you just talk a little about your job?
I like blocking for Sandon because I can always rely on her on everything.
All right, then, ladies. Well, anything else to say to people at home? I mean, you got some people watching. You want to shout out some Twitter names or something?
Shout out to everyone that supported us this year.
Yes, thank you for the support. Yes.
Joubert, you got anything? I don't know. I just like saying Joubert. I'm sorry.
Thank you for all of your support.
All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, the East High Thunderbirds 2015 state champions. There you go. And that cowbell is actually an East cowbell.
Yeah.
So,
it is. That's nice.